Hi, so here we're going to work on how to do a book in print. And we are using David Grann's Killers of the Flower Moon, an excellent book. So I've given you three screenshots. I've got the cover, I've got the copyright page, which is right behind the title page, and then I have a page from the book where you're going to cite from. So for a book, I'm looking for author, title, publisher, year. I can look at if it's an edition or not. I can look at if there's a translator or an editor, but that's pretty much the whole thing I'm doing. So I've got my author right here. I've got my title right here. If I look on the copyright page, I'm going to see that this is copyright 2017. Notice it says First Vintage Books Edition, April 2018. That sounds a little weird. Like, what do I do, 2018 or 2017? Go with the copyright date, right? And then I only need to say vintage. I don't need to say first edition. I only list editions from the second on. I do not identify first edition. And I don't have to include vintage books. I just have to say vintage. So this is going to then look like, so last name, comma, first. Then a book is a container, so we're going to italicize that. Right. Now, this does have a subtitle. The Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI. Killers of the Flower Moon is such a distinct title that you don't have to include the subtitle. You always have to include the subtitle if the title of the book itself might be kind of generic, like Otters or something like that. But that's how it would look if you included it. So notice I start capitalizing after for the subtitle, and everything is capitalized except for articles, coordinating conjunctions, and prepositions. So because I don't have a translator or an editor here, I'm going to put a period. The next thing I would do is I would put the version, which is the edition, but I don't have to do that because it's a first edition. So I'm just going to say vintage and 2017, period. And notice where I put the commas. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to put hanging, zero spacing, double line spacing, and there is my works cited entry for a book with one author. For this, I'm going to go to that page 53 and I'm just going to pick something off that. Now, you can't copy and paste this because it's an image. So you're just going to pick something and cite it. So I'm going to do this first sentence here. So I'm going to say open quotation, in quotation, space, parentheses, Grann 53, close parentheses, period, and that's my quotation for a book. Pretty simple, right? Okay, I will see you in the next worksheet.